and begins this aerobatic routine. Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy Holt, a guy who has accumulated thousands of hours in the air as a military and civilian pilot. He fell in love with aviation at a very early age. He's flying this airplane that is indeed a radial engined version of the Spitz Special. It's powered by a Villeneuve M14 radial engine, producing about 350 horsepower as he takes it up and over the top to our left. As a kid, Jeremy grew up watching his father build and fly RC remote-controlled airplanes. Today, he's an air show pilot flying around the East Coast, the West Coast, the center of the U.S. as well, this very capable aerobatic platform. Let's watch him now into the vertical as he's about to run all out of up, right about there, as the airspeed bleeds down to nearly zero, as he floats it over the top and points it right back down towards the ground. There's 180, 190, 200 miles an hour as he works his way to the right edge of our aerobatic airspace in Pegasus. The design of this aircraft goes all the way back to the 1940s, designed by the late Curtis Pitts. Those early biplanes, modest machines, 80 horsepower, wood construction, fabric covered. And never in his wildest dreams would we have thought we'd see an airplane like this one, with a big engine, a lot of large control surfaces that basically give him power steering to perform maneuvers that some 25 years ago were thought to be impossible. We're going to watch him now. Watch for the snap roll. Essentially a high-speed stall of one wing and a roll back to upright flight as he sets up for his next maneuver. A half roll as he now pushes forward on the stick, getting light in the seat as he caps it off on the top, slowing the airplane down. Look at the roll rate to the inverted as he works the rudder and now pushes outside to the back stretch of our aerobatic airspace of this rolling turn maneuver, pushing forward. There are those negative G's I was telling you about. Certainly uncomfortable indeed. Watch him as he slows the airplane down. There's zero airspeed, and there's the right rudder kick and the hammerhead turnaround. Turn on a dime and giving you 9 cents change. Let's put our hands together for Jeremy Holt. His college choice, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, where he attended the campus at Daytona Beach. He received his Bachelor of Science in Aeromedical Engineering and at the same time enrolled in the Reserve Officer Training Corps with the United States Air Force, ROTC. After graduating from Embry-Riddle, he received a pilot slot in the U.S. Air Force and he headed off to Valdosta, Georgia for pilot training in the T-6 Texan II. We've got one of those on static display today. And after graduating, he finished up his fighter bomber training with the T-38 Talon at Columbus Air Force Base in Mississippi and found out that his slot would be the venerable B-52. He's very proud to fly the Stratofortress. In Jeremy's right hand, the control stick, in his left hand, the throttle. And down by his feet, he has his rudder pedals. He uses the elevator for pitch, the ailerons for roll, and the rudder for yaw to perform maneuvers like this one. 2 rapid snap rolls on the top of the big looping maneuver. That's the double avalanche. Jeremy Holt at the Pitts 12 of Pegasus. This is an incredibly fun airplane to fly. Not very heavy, very maneuverable with some 360 horsepower. Can perform some pretty crazy gyroscopic aerobatic maneuvers. Watching the show center. Whoa, there's an aggressive onset of G as he continues to rock and roll this Pitts Model 12 biplane across the sky for us here at Defenders of Liberty 2025. Jeremy's tenure as a B-52 pilot. Full-scale aerobatic flight seemed to be the next logical step. After learning to fly the huge B-52, he wanted to become an air show pilot and started taking his tailwheel training at an American champion decathlon. He started working on aerobatics with his squadron mate, who owned and purchased a version of this biplane called an S-2A. In 2012, Jeremy purchased a Skybolt biplane and has been in love with aerobatics ever since. He's stationed here at Barksdale along with his family, and next week will actually be taking over command of the 343rd Bomb Squadron. Jeremy, of course, wants to extend a very big thank you to the Barksdale Air Show team for the invitation to fly for you, and of course all of you for joining us on this splendid Saturday afternoon. He's inbound now from the left for a photo pass, giving you a look right down in the cockpit of this high-performance aerobatic airplane from right here in Shreveport. Let's put our hands together for Jeremy Holt.